What do you think of when you hear the name Atlantis?
I kind of think of a Greek god or the ocean.
The lost city of Atlantis.
The lost city of Atlantis, a name that resonates through the ages. Shrouded in myth and mystery, captivating the imaginations of people worldwide. But what is the truth behind this Greek legend? According to legend, Atlantis was a magnificent island civilized by demigods, said to have been swallowed by the sea and lost to the depths of time. Its story, originating from the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, tells of a utopian society ruled by the god Poseidon, the deity of the seas, bestowed his son Atlas with kingship over the prosperous land, giving rise to the name Atlantis. Yet beneath its splendor lurked hubris and corruption. The Atlanteans became greedy, petty, and morally bankrupt, which led to their ultimate demise. The war between the Atlantean Empire and the Athenians, in which Atlantis attempted to conquer lands as far as Egypt and Tyrannia. This upset the gods, so following the defeat of Atlantis, violent earthquakes and floods beset the islands, causing it to sink into the depths of the sea in a single day and night of misfortune. The once mighty empire disappeared beneath the waves, leaving behind only myth and legend. The primary sources for Atlantis are Plato's dialogues. Timaeus and Critias, which claim to quote Solon, a historical figure who visited Egypt between 590 and 580 BC. Plato introduces Atlantis in Timaeus, written in 360 BC, where he describes it as a confederation of kings with great power, ruling over a vast territory that included the island itself and many others. Critias expands on this, detailing the island's geography, society, and ultimate demise. So, do you think the concept of an ancient lost city to be a probability?
Yeah, it's not really that surprising because every once in a while we find a city that we like lost or something.
Over the centuries, countless theories have emerged regarding Atlantis' whereabouts, spanning continents and oceans. One theory regarding the whereabouts of Atlantis posits that it was situated in the Atlantic Ocean, as described by Plato in his dialogues. According to this theory, Atlantis was beyond the Pillars of Hercules, believed to be the modern-day Strait of Gibraltar. Advocates of this theory argue that the Atlantic Ocean's vast expanses could conceal remnants of the ancient civilization, awaiting discovery beneath the waves. Proponents cite geological formations and underwater anomalies as potential evidence supporting the existence of a submerged city or island. However, despite extensive exploration efforts, concrete proof of Atlantis' existence in the Atlantic still needs to be discovered, leaving the theory shrouded in mystery and speculation. Despite modern advancements in technology and archaeology, Atlantis remains exclusive, existing as much in the realm of imagination as in the historical record. From the depths of the ocean to the records of history, the quest for Atlantis continues, fueled by curiosity and desire to unravel one of humanity's greatest enigmas. To understand the mystery of Atlantis more, we must delve into the writings of the ancient philosopher Plato.
Plato?
Plato,
Yes, I know who Plato is.
what significance do you think his writings had to understand Atlantis?
I don't know. His writings are basically just based off of probability. We don't know if they're true or not, so.
Originally named Aristophanes, was born around 428-423 BC in Athens. He hailed from an influential and aristocratic family, with his father Ariston possibly being a descendant of King Codrus and Melanthius. His mother, Patricion, was a descendant of Solon, a renowned Athenian statesman. Plato likely received a comprehensive education in Athens, possibly studying under notable philosophers of his time. He is believed to have traveled extensively to places like Italy, Sicily, Egypt, and Cyrene, gaining exposure to diverse cultures and ideas. At the age of 40, Plato founded the Academy in Athens, a school of philosophy that became renowned throughout the ancient world. Located in the Room of Hecatomnus, the Academy attracted numerous scholars, with Aristotle being among its most famous students. Plato became involved in the politics of Syracuse, where he attempted to influence the ruling of tyrant Dionysius and later his successor Dionysius II. However, his efforts faced opposition and he was sold into slavery. Eventually, he returned to Athens after securing his freedom. In his later years, Plato continued his philosophical pursuits in writing. His dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, provide the earliest known accounts of Atlantis, written around 360 BC. These texts offer insight into the philosophical and moral theme intertwined with the Atlantis narrative. In Timaeus, Plato introduces Atlantis as a part of a discourse on the creation of the universe, weaving together cosmology and mythology. He describes Atlantis as a mighty civilization with advanced technology and military prowess. The dialogue continues in Critias, where Plato delves deeper into the history and downfall of Atlantis. Through the character Critias, Plato recounts the tale of Atlantis' rise to power and subsequent destruction, portraying it as a cautionary tale of hubris and moral decay. Accounts vary regarding Plato's death, with some suggesting he passed away peacefully in his sleep, while others mention his demise at a wedding feast or while being serenaded by a young girl playing the flute. Plato's depiction of Atlantis as a morally flawed society minors his views on governance and virtue. By presenting Atlantis as a foil to his idolized city-state of Athens, Plato explores themes of justice, morality, and nature of civilization. While scholars debate the historical accuracy of Plato's accounts, his writings continue to captivate readers and inspire scholarly inquiry. Whether viewed as a historical allegory, philosophical allegory, the legend of Atlantis remains a testament to Plato's enduring legacy. The quest to uncover Atlantis has led to a myriad of theories and conjectures, each offering a different perspective on the legendary lost city's whereabouts. The name Atlantis has led to popular association with the lost continent of the Atlantic Ocean. Various locations within or near the Atlantic have been suggested, such as Canary Islands and Azores. However, geological studies have shown that these regions have undergone uplift rather than subsequence, making them unlikely candidates for a sunken continent. Alternative theories have proposed Atlantis' location in diverse areas, including Doggerland in the North Sea, Sweden, Stone Age Ireland, Antarctica, the Caribbean, the Bahamas, the Bermuda Triangle, and regions in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, including Indonesia and the mythical Kumari Kingdom off the coast of India, and the submerged island of Spartel near the Strait of Gibraltar. Many believers of Atlantis think this one is more than likely true because it falls in line with many of the descriptive details Plato describes in his writings. Another theory that I won't get too much into is the theory that suggests that Atlantis could be located in Antarctica, which is supposedly supported by speculative interpretations of satellite imagery and alleged ancient maps. Do you have any theories when it comes to Atlantis?
That is underwater.
Well, I think for Atlantis, it either sunk or it might have actually never sunk and it just got like disassembled and recycled like all the town stuff, if it was a real place to begin with.
Some other researchers propose that Atlantis may have been situated in the Andes Mountains of Bolivia, citing similarities between local indigenous cultures and Plato's descriptions of the Atlanteans' civilization. The question of whether Atlantis could have been a real city continues to intrigue scholars and enthusiasts alike. But how plausible is it that once a civilization once existed? Some researchers argue that Plato's narrative may have been inspired by real-world events or civilizations, albeit embellished with mythological elements over time. The idea of an advanced civilization with sophisticated technology and infrastructures is not unprecedented in human history. Ancient societies such as the Egyptians, Mesopotamians, and Greeks achieved remarkable feats of engineering and architecture. Coastal cities throughout history have faced the threat of inundation due to rising sea levels of tectonic activity, highlighting the precarious nature of human settlement and proximity to the ocean. Whether Atlantis was a real city or a figment of imagination, its enduring presence and cultural lore reminds us of the power of storytelling to transcend time and inspire wonder. Do you think stories like Atlantis serve a particular purpose in society?
Yes and no. I mean, it's a big thing in Vegas, so.
I don't really think that there's any use to a story like that as far as teaching any type of moral or anything of that sort.